Hello, welcome to your weekly Pick Your Crystal here at Soulprint. This is for the week of May 11th through the 17th. Today's crystals are, we're calling this one rust. This is the coolest little thing. It's got all kinds of variations of browns and rust tones in it, gold. And the shape is just really cool. So it's being called rust. This one is green, okay? And clear quartz we're calling clear. So take a moment, see which crystal or crystals resonate with you, and let's get started. So for those who chose this rust brown gold crystal, let's see what we've got. We've got the Three of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Empress, and Temperance. Okay. So the Three of Wands is sort of it's about kind of completing the beginning stages of something. It's about progress. It's about sort of looking forward, looking into the horizon. And sometimes it's called sort of waiting for your ship to come in. But really, it's just about almost like, you've started something, you've got a good beginning going, and now it's sort of stepping back and taking that moment of reflection, and seeing where you want to go next, where you want to step next, basically. Now, the Knight of Swords here, it tends to represent sort of really fast movement. Sometimes it can be a little chaotic. Sometimes it can have to do with information coming forward pertaining to power, ambition, government, legal matters. The Empress is about. Hold on, here that's sitting. Here we go. The Empress is about nurturing, taking care of yourself. It's sort of that Mother Earth energy. Interestingly, with this grouping of cards, it's almost like it's reminding you to take care, to, even though you're in the middle of something and it's busy and you're moving forward, and take the time to take care of yourself, because that's what's needed in the moment. That's actually what's going to help you find the clarity and the energy to move forward. You're being reminded that this is about balance. It is about, finding that place where the balls that you need to keep in the air, that you need to juggle, you're juggling. But the ones that it's okay to drop, you recognize that it's safe, and it's just perfectly fine to drop those balls that you don't need to be juggling right in this time, in this moment. So whatever this is, it feels as if it's just causing you some anxiety, some stress. Maybe you're starting something and you're really, really excited, but things have gotten very busy all of a sudden, and you're starting to wonder, if your thoughts are clear about something, if the information you're getting is the right information. And the solution to come to the answers, or the resolution of that, really has to do with just stepping back, recognizing that the Empress is about abundance. It is about growth. It is about new beginnings. The Empress is spring, right? That new beginning, the growth going forward, the abundance. And it's important that you keep it in balance. So take the time to take the time, literally. Take the time to step back and take care of yourself. Look at what has been accomplished. Look at where you are wanting this situation to go, and recognize that exhausting yourself is not the answer. Standing in a place where you are confident and comfortable, recognizing that there's new growth, there's abundance, there is new beginnings coming forward, and allow that to help you maintain that sense of balance. All right, and green. I just want to adjust this. There we go. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Six of Wands. Okay. So, the Ace of Pentacles. This is about the start of a successful venture. It's about abundance. Pentacles have to do with material things. So it can be, money. It can be property. It can be your physical health. It can be documentation or paperwork. But the ace is indicating that it's plentiful. Okay, there's abundance. And as I said, very often it will represent sort of the beginning stages of something. Being followed by the Four of Wands, which very, very often is sort of about stability. It's about holidays. It's about celebrations, communities coming together. High Priestess. Are you the High Priestess in this situation? Are you sort of in charge of it all? Be mindful that the High Priestess sort of has two sides, if you will. One is very intuitive, very capable, very organized. But the other side of it is that sometimes the High Priestess is holding secrets. Maybe there's secrets that need to be held. Maybe it's something that you just don't want people to find out about. But be mindful of the fact that there's these sort of two sides to the High Priestess coin, if you will. And so it may very well be that you are moving forward, you're putting something together. I'm reminded that next Monday, okay, so not this week we're looking at, but the following week, it is Victoria Day in Canada. It is Memorial Day in the United States a week later. So it's possible that it literally has to do with you putting something together, some sort of a gathering, or wanting to, thinking about it, that kind of energy. With the Six of Wands here, ultimately, it's going to be great. There is successful. People are going to be very happy and pleased, and you're going to receive the accolades, if you will, that you're entitled to. So this doesn't feel like earth-shattering to me. This feels like some sort of a simpler kind of gathering. And again, because where we are in May, it could be sort of national holidays. It could also be a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party, a shower, or a bride, or a newborn baby. But there's definitely this energy of people coming together in community. There's an energy of moving forward with these plans, putting them together, dealing with the material issues of putting something together like that, and recognizing that there may be things that you need to keep quiet or need to keep secret. Using your intuition, using your gut reaction is really going to help you move forward to that place, where there really is like a feeling of success and accomplishment. I like that. Okay. And let's look at the clear quartz. And what do we have here? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. Yeah. Very often the Knight of Cups, can sometimes represent a love proposal, romance, being very idealistic. Um, it's about almost like new, fresh emotions coming into play. With the Ace of Wands following, you're talking about literally sort of like a new venture, a way of life. Sometimes it's about a pregnancy or a birth, but it's about a new beginning. And wands, don't forget, they're a fire energy. So this has to do with, sort of actions and initiatives and inspiration. It has to do with communication, your conscious thoughts. The Three of Pentacles is letting you know that there will be success through effort. And very often the Three of Pentacles also talks about allowing other people to sort of come into the inner circle and help you, or recognizing that you are part of a group that is, collectively working towards something. The Seven of Swords is interesting because very often we sort of view the Seven of Swords with a little bit of sort of like a more negative connotation, like something's being taken from you, or it's that kind of energy. But first, in this deck of cards, in the reading, in where it is, it's really talking more about the fact that diplomacy is going to get you further. Aggression is not going to work. You need to use diplomacy. You need to be prepared for the fact that sometimes things are not going to go exactly the way you plan them. And that's okay. Turn to your support system. Recognize that maybe there was a little bit of fanciful thinking going on and things weren't being seen maybe as objectively or as clearly as they needed to be. That doesn't minimize or mitigate this new venture, this new beginning, but it does indicate that there is a need for clear thinking, diplomacy, and drawing support. So this is it's really nice energy because it's just reminding you that you want to be clear-headed, you want to be diplomatic, and you want to stay focused on what it is that you're trying to create. Communication is going to be really, really important. It also strikes me is that you have one of every suit here. You have cups, wands, pentacles, and swords. So you have sort of a little bit of all of the elements that go into tarot. So, you have all four elements, right? You have wind and fire and earth and water. It's a blending. Is a blending of energies to get the best possible results. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Thank you very, very much for being here. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, be safe. Bye for now.